How efficient is your risk process? Efficiency is key to any business process adding value, and if a process is not adding value, why undertake it? Risk management efficiency starts with what data is being managed. Unfortunately, many are managing much more data than is required, and that is wasteful. So how much are you managing? Here is a sheet for you to do a quick analysis. Tick those items that you enter into your risk register. Total your ticks and then take away 8. The difference is an indication of how much waste is in your process. For a single risk, the additional time is small, but multiply that by the number of times you review a risk, the number of risks in your project, and then the number of projects in your organisation, and the wasted time really starts to add up. Waste has a large impact. If anyone feels their time is being wasted, their input will range from the minimum they can get away with to none at all of which detracts from effectiveness. Hi, my name is Gavin Halling, founder of Risk Tools. I'm passionate about reducing waste. We keep hearing that we need to improve productivity, and yet government and many organisations are full of wasteful red tape. Put simply, efficient processes drive productivity. So let's at least ensure our risk management is efficient. The lines highlighted in yellow in the earlier slide reflect the data that is essential to risk management. So let's explore these essentials in a bit more detail. The start is a risk breakdown structure, or RBS for short. An RBS serves two important roles. It helps identify risks in a repeatable way and enables risks to be cut and diced so specific areas of interest can be accessed. It is key to an integrated solution and is described in more detail in stage 2 of this playbook. We then need to describe a risk. The original standalone risk management standard, AS NZS 4360, in 1996 suggested describing a risk using a simple construct. Something happens that will impact on objectives. This simple sentence still works well today. Third is analysis. This enables risks to be prioritised. The likelihood of a risk occurring and impact on objectives if a risk does occur are combined to derive a risk rating. The rating should be an automated process rather than one needing manual input. Objectives are not only critical to analysis but form an important role in integration, and as with the RBS are discussed in more detail in stage 2. Finally, treatments need to be developed and implemented to reduce the likelihood and/or impact of the risk. Management of treatments is a critical activity, so each treatment must have an owner and an action date. Many will argue that other items, such as those in white, are required. That could be a long and fruitless discussion. There is only one question to be asked. Can I manage risk with only the yellow essential items? 30 years of risk management supports the answer to that being a resounding yes. There is a separate video that addresses some of the often seen non-essential items together with reasons for avoiding them. The link to this video is on page 3 of this playbook. So our first step to driving efficiency is to only record data that is essential to managing risks. A second area which consumes considerable time is risk workshops. I suspect we have all participated in a workshop that we thought was a waste of time. But ever wondered how your workshops are perceived? Let's start with why risk workshops are so critical. Are you risk averse, neutral, or a risk seeker? On a range from chess to, say, hang gliding, where would your hobbies lie? The point is that we all have different experiences and view specific risks differently. Holding risk workshops brings diversified experiences to the table to better identify risks and reduces individual bias when allocating analysis values. So a risk workshop is essential, but a further simple step can really reduce participants' time, and that is to split the workshop into 2 parts. Participant numbers to identify and analyse risks can be quite large. 10 or more is not unusual. Additionally, and very importantly, risk identification is a right-brain creative activity. By comparison, the development of treatments may be undertaken by a much smaller team. 3 to 5 is normal. It is a left brain problem-solving activity and hence should be kept separate from the identification workshop. This simple 2 workshops arrangement really helps drive efficiency in terms of participants' time. Separating the right and left brain activity also increases both efficiency and effectiveness. That's to say, quality of the data. So we need workshops, but when should they be held? The first one ought to be as early as possible. Early risk workshops often help to identify activities that will be required to achieve an objective. Early decisions and optioneering are 2 examples. Workshops also help with getting participants on the same page, and that can be very helpful in bringing the team together. Subsequent workshops should be held at appropriate times, such as just prior to the approval gates or when there has been a significant change. Once risks have been identified, a treatment workshop should follow promptly. The next day is ideal. As each treatment is identified, they must be given an owner and an action or review date. A risk may have many treatments, and a treatment may benefit several risks, so should be easily copied. Finally, give participants access to reports and invite updates at any time. A suitable toolset will make this aspect more efficient. So here are some benefits of a risk workshop. The headline, of course, is that risk identification will be improved, and that goes a long way to achieving objectives. That, of course, assumes treatments are undertaken. So this stage has shown that managing only essential data and changes to workshop arrangements can improve efficiency. Importantly, these are purely processes, so you can undertake changes right now. The next stage explores processes that are key to enabling integration. I look forward to catching up with you then.